the season. How does it feel right now? What's the atmosphere like in the dressing room, given the form recently?
Focused on trying to get another 3 points on Wednesday night. We are put ourselves in the position that with 2 games to go, people are still talking about us getting a European competition. So that's an incredible achievement for the group of players, as I've continually said. And we'll be doing everything in our power to win the game. A tough game against the very good Hibs side, but one we're more than capable of, and we've beat them on previous occasions. So why not again?
You've said all along that you won't give up on European football until it's mathematically or arithmetically not possible. Do you believe more now than ever?
Yeah, when we first got in, it was the gap was 9 points, so we managed to reduce that. But that's all we've done. We've reduced it. We've not caught up with anybody yet, so we won't get too carried away until we actually do that. And all you can control is win the game in front of you. And if we can do that, it will go down to the last day. Of course, a nice easy task away at Celtic, but we want to take it that far so that we have a real opportunity in the last game to get into Europe.
Is there extra importance then on Wednesday night, given that on Saturday you're at the home of the champions in the final day of the season, never bringing out the trophy, all of that? Is there extra importance then on Wednesday night to pick up 3 points?
I think there's importance to pick up the 3 points, because it puts us in a position, doesn't guarantee anything, it puts us in a position to go into that last game. We were in the exact same situation last year where we went to Celtic Park, obviously not needing the points at that stage, we were already in Europe, but we got beaten the last minute, so anything's possible. What we just have to do is play like we've been playing over the last 3 months. Our points tally, I believe, from November is very, very good. We've beat all the top teams in the league, bar Celtic, and we don't fear anybody. We go in and we play the way we play, and we've got some very talented boys in the club that can go and win games.
Do you feel, Stephen, that the way this has worked out, that the pressure is on these bigger teams to get to these European spots, just because of what it means for your club, obviously, but do you think the pressure is more on the teams with the bigger budgets, the bigger wages and whatnot, and because of how big the gap was, that it's now squeaky bum time for them?
I can't speak for them. I don't know what pressure they're under, what budgets they have. What I can say is, the expectation that we put in ourselves is from the talent we have in the dressing room. So that's changed over the period of time I've been here. Of course, there's a big expectation, I'd imagine, on people with bigger budgets to get European football. But everything we achieve after staying up is a huge bonus for us. So we can enjoy the game, we can relax, and I think you can see that in our football. When we've played against the top 6 teams, we enjoy it. We enjoy pressing high up the pitch, and we've been playing some really, really good stuff in terms of breaking people down and scoring goals. So we're just going to go and enjoy it. It'll be a full house. The fans, rightly, as they were on Saturday, will get right behind this group of players, and who knows, let's go and get 3 points, and then we'll worry about all the permutations afterwards.
What difference does it make for your plans for next season, Stephen, the difference between coming 5th and 6th and the cash benefits of getting that extra place?
There's not loads. I've repeated myself here, we're a fan-owned club, and it's maybe one player. If you're going into European competition, we struggled earlier on in the season, we're a points tally. So I think it was 8 points after 11 games and 9 points, so I can't quite remember the factual one on that one, but it is a struggle for clubs like ourselves because we don't have big squads, and it is a real testing period. But we've managed to recover from that, picked up a lot of points since, especially after Christmas, since we were able to rejig the squad. So if we did get European football by some very, very small chance, it'll be maybe 1 extra player, possibly 2, just to fill the squad and make it a little bit stronger. But we're quite set in stone what we can and can't do. We don't have millionaire backers, so it's not like it really fluctuates between millions and millions of pounds. We're talking maybe an extra player, maybe 2 at best. So it's solely for what we believe we can achieve. We believe we're good enough to be in Europe. We believe that the season we've had has proved that we're still in the talk for Europe. And if we got in, it would be a massive milestone for the football club. That's the biggest thing. Financially, it helps attract players. That's what it does when you're a European side. People want to come and be part of it, so recruitment becomes easier. Crowds are bigger, merchandise is bigger. So all these things help, of course, in a day and age where the cost of living is getting higher and higher every day.
If you do manage to get into Europe, Stephen, will you approach it differently next season than you did at the start of this season?
In terms of what?
Just your preparations and what have you.
I suppose it was a learning curve for probably not myself, because I don't book flights and planes and hotels and all that. There, it was a real tough strain on the staff at the ground, on Keith. How we're all having that first experience of coordinate that kind of thing. So we learned some lessons from it. Yeah, you're right in saying, in terms of our travel and staying overnight, and the FA were very kind to us in making like 3 away fixtures in a row after we came back. So maybe that can be looked at as well. I believe now you can cancel a game. Has that been put in? So credit to them for that. They've looked at that to help Scottish football for all the clubs. So that would be something that would be of huge importance. You learn lessons in everything you do in life, but let's get there first. Let's win on Wednesday night and then see where it takes us, and then I'll just go over to you, Keith, and I'm away on holiday. So that's where we are. But look, it's, as I said, to be talking about European football with 2 games to go at St Mirren is it's something we have to embrace and enjoy.
Do you look back at any games during the season and think if that draw would have became a win, or would have got the win, you'd have been in a little bit better position than you last year?
Of course, every manager does. Every manager looks at them small. We were 2-0 up against Motherwell. We missed a penalty. I think it might have been against Ross County, was it? We missed 5-6 penalties this season. Refereeing decisions were top of the league for. So yeah, you can put it all together. But what I said to the players was that we've never used that as an excuse. We're not using it as an excuse now. It's still very much there for us. So let's go, and nobody talks about excuses. Everybody talks about what we can do and what we can still achieve.
Just one defeat, I think, against Hibs in the last 7. Is that kind of testament to what's going on here? Hibs, obviously such a big club with the backing, but it's still managing to perform day in, day out against them.
Yeah, I believe it's the quality of the players we've got here, the quality of the recruitment from Martin Foyle to allow us to even compete, and the togetherness that they have in the squad. Hard work can beat talent, and we've got a lot of talent in the squad as well, and you combine both, then you can get surprise results. But it doesn't become a surprise after a while when you continually do that. But we know that every game we play, as soon as we drop our standards, as soon as we drop our work rate, then we're not a good side. So we have to do them basics first against a very, very good Hibs side, very much on form, and with real individual threats within that group as well.
Have you been able to have any conversations yet about recruitment contracts at Hemming? How important is he kind of to tie him down for next season?
Yeah, you look at his clean sheets already. You look at the points that we've gathered since Christmas, and he's been a big part in that. So talks are quite advanced with Middlesbrough. We've got other players we've spoke to, and we know what positions we need to make stronger, and maybe get something different in the football club. So the English season isn't finished yet. Usually when that finishes, which we're into the playoffs now, things start to move a little bit quicker. So we know what we need. Getting it's another thing. So we'll keep working. As I say, Martin Foyle's doing an incredible job, and he's working away in the background and speaking to numerous players.
How's the squad looking for this one?
Yeah, everybody fighting fit. Mark O'Hara will have a late test, but we're hopeful that he could be available for selection again for the last 2 games. And Evan Mooney again available to play. So out with that, we've got a fully fit squad. Sorry, apart from Owen Aseni. Owen's still struggling with his ankle.